Welcome to the French Wedding Podcast with your host Naïm, the only podcast in English about weddings in France. Great conversations, tips and insights about your French wedding, some wisdom before your big day, and the opportunity to hear wedding professionals actually living and working in France, only for your day to be the most amazing to remember.
Hello everyone and welcome to the French Wedding Podcast. Greetings from France. This is the place where we're recording this show. I'm Naïm, professional ceremony officiant based in my hometown Paris, and I created this show especially for future brides and grooms willing to get married in Paris or anywhere in France. Each episode is an occasion to meet a main actor of the industry, can be a vendor such as a wedding planner, hair and makeup artists, bridal salon, videographer, venue owner, bloggers, you name it. This show exists to bring you some insight about how people do things in France regarding the wedding industry, but we also share funny stories, things to know, and special memories when we happen to work together on the very same wedding. My guest today left her job 10 years ago to go back to her first love, telling stories. Fast forward today, she lives between Dubai and the French Riviera in the south of France, where she works hand in hand with her clientele from all around the world. She recently decided to put her experience into the service of the photographers and entrepreneurs by giving back and sharing her business experience on consulting sessions. Meet Maddy, a go-getter entrepreneur on the French Wedding Podcast. Maddy, welcome to the show. How are you today and where are you now?
Oh, where I am now. The thing is, as I travel a lot, it's always the first question that people ask me. So today I am at home just next to Monaco, in the south of France. And it's a bit sad because the weather is not that cool today, but it's okay. So yeah, I am here and I'm so excited actually about the show today. And I hope we will help maybe some couples or some founders or yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Definitely great to have you on the show today. Thank you very much for taking the time. That's what I always say to my guests. We're going to start with a bit of geography. You're based between Monte Carlo, which is located near to Monaco in France, and Dubai. This is a long way. How did this happen?
Actually, it's not that complicated. The thing is, I lived in Luxembourg, just next to Luxembourg. And it's we don't have that much good weather, and it rains a lot, and it's gray and everything. So I traveled a lot with my brides and my grooms for like engagement sessions and treasure dress and everything. And so it was for me an amazing opportunity to discover other places all around the world. And so one of my couple, they got married in Paris, and so they lived in Dubai. And so they told me, do you think it's possible to come and to do the engagement session in Dubai? And so I was, oh yeah, I've never been over there. It's a perfect occasion to discover this place. And so as for the first second, when I just lay down, I just realized that this amazing feeling like if I was at home, it was really special for me. Like about the vibes, the energy, and it was really special for me. And I just realized that I had to do something over there. So I decided to move over there during the winter because it's not the same season, and it was just perfect for me.
What year was that when you all started to be between Monte Carlo and Dubai?
I think it was maybe like 2-3 years ago. 3 years ago was a session, and I discovered Dubai. And it's like 2 seasons now. 2 seasons I've been over there.
And tell me about a little bit about you, about the start. How did it all started?
Oh, wow. So it was 10 years ago.
10.
Once upon a time. And as I said, I lived in next to Luxembourg. And actually, it was such a good opportunity for me to start over there because, even if it's France, Luxembourg was just next to me, and it was for me it's a good opportunity to go to beautiful castles with beautiful weddings and with big budgets and everything. So I didn't start like in the middle of nowhere. I was really lucky actually to start over there, and so I worked over there like for years. And I have really good memories over there, and I continue actually to do weddings over there. Just before this chat, I was with bride and a groom who are going to get married next year. in Luxembourg. So it's like going back home, it's a very special sensation. And I had the opportunity to move in the south of France like 2 years ago now. And yeah, it was just perfect for me. The timing was just perfect because I think I was not done, but after like 8 years, it was okay in Luxembourg, and I was looking for something different and different lights and different customers and different style and everything. So it was just the perfect timing for me to move in the south of France and to change a bit, to challenge myself. It was really interesting. So, and I fell in love with the south of France, like all the people.
Obviously.
Of course.
Like everyone does. Sounds like you really like, you're a person who really like to be challenged.
Oh, yes, definitively. And it's a bit funny you talk about that, because when I left Luxembourg, all my friends over there and my partners, they said, you are just crazy. You spend all your career to try to build something, and now you are like known. You move now. I said, yes, because I want to try something else. And yeah, completely. I think, we have to stay like open-minded about being challenged. It's really important for me to try to.
I really agree with that. And why did you choose Provence and French Riviera especially, besides the weather and the food, obviously?
You saw me, so you know it's about the food.
Yeah, I have a big fat guy inside of me trying to go back to south of France and spend the rest of my life eating and drinking red wine, but that's my own problem.
This is a story of my life. Definitely so many reasons. And that is why I understood why the rest of the world want to get married here. Now I live here. I understand why. It's just, of course, the weather, it's just crazy. When I was in Luxembourg, I said, oh, it's just like, it's sunny here too. Don't talk about that. And no, it's not true. Actually, it's true. The weather is really better here. I have to admit, definitively. And the mindset and the landscape and the view. And it's a different kind of couple who are going to get married here. And it's another style, another light, another everything, the toast, the luxury, everything is like, for me, it was the perfect timing, as I said, about the next step in my career and in my mind too. So I was ready to do that kind of weddings with like lots of American people, UK, and it was just,
That's what you mean when you say different type of couple come there. What do you mean by that exactly?
I mean, like when I am in Dubai and I say that I live in the south of France, they always tell me, oh my goodness, if I would have to get married, it would be in the French Riviera. It's just like, it's a bit special to say that, but I think when you have enough budget to have your dreamy wedding, the most of the time it's here and in Italy sometimes. So I think here the clients are a bit different, because when they come here, it's like a dream for them to get married here. And so the weddings are just like gorgeous, it's, you don't do things like 50%,
Of course.
So it's completely, it's like a dream comes true. So it's like the next level of weddings, if I can say that. I don't know. It's really...
Of course you can. So the type of clients you have is an international clientele, people from the UK, the United States. You also have Asian people?
Not that much, but I would love to. Honestly, it's I've seen so many beautiful weddings, like in Italy and even here in the French Riviera with Asian people.
Yeah,
and they are they have a really good taste. Sorry, and I would love to. But the thing is, then as you don't show something, you are not going to sell something. It's so I should like do some shoot with Asian models and everything to show that I completely open-minded to do that kind of wedding. So for now, I don't have that much things to show with an Asian couple, but I would love to do a beautiful Asian wedding here, or in Italy, by example, or in Paris.
Yes.
Yeah, pleasure. If you hear me, guys, and if you are Asian and you want to get married here, feel free to call me.
Reach out to Maddy if you're Asian and you want to get married, guys. This offer is a lifetime offer. You can come up anytime. So I've read
Definitely.
somewhere, because I'm always trying to do a little bit of homework for my guests. I've seen that you
Mm.
wanted to come back to your first love, which is telling stories. Why do you think film is the best medium to tell stories?
I cannot say honestly film is the best medium to tell stories because the fact is then you cannot be really reactive because you have to take time, but it's another way to shoot. And for me,
Mhm.
it's just my personal opinion, honestly, and I am really open minded about everything about that. But it's just for me, it's just an experience for me too, and a way to shoot really different because you know that every time you push the button, you have to pay. So
Mhm.
you really think about it before doing it, and you want everything being perfect before taking the picture. So you don't shoot in the same way. You don't shoot like tack, 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 tack. And
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure then inside of everything, I will find something good. It's just like, no, I wait for the perfect picture and clack. So the artistic way of the film,
Yeah.
it's so different and it's grateful. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yes.
this is you did this picture. It's not just you make, you took this picture anyway. It's your picture, you wait for it and you got it. So it's really a good satisfaction. It's really different.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of photographers who are coming back to it. Looks like some kind of vintage mode coming from the industry. There's a lot of people who are specializing now in taking pictures with film only.
yeah, definitely. And the only bad side is the price, of course,
Hmm.
because it's really expensive. I just talked about that with a bride yesterday, and she said, yes, but I would like something with a film. And it was not about me, actually, but
Okay.
about another photographer. And she said, I want my wedding entirely done by a film camera, but I don't want to pay a lot.
Okay.
And I try I try to tell her it's just not possible because
Of
the
course.
price of the film itself is already just crazy. So and the photographer has to be paid too. So
Of course.
it's not a cheap way to photograph, but it's a really interesting way to do
But
it.
you're able to do it, and you like to do it.
I love I love shooting with my film camera, but it's all about the budget. It's all about the
Okay.
budget. But it's just for me, it's just amazing, an amazing experience, and also for the couple, I think.
Yeah, the quality is always like
Yeah,
different. I don't even know how to say argentique in English,
it's a film
but
camera. Yeah.
yeah, camera. Yeah, I really like this old vibe, vintage kind of. It was maybe 20, 25 years ago that everybody was shooting with that, but it still looks very old, and all the procedure and the way you develop the film, and it's all almost like a ceremony. I really like it.
Exactly, exactly. The thing is also you have a dynamic range, which is like bigger than with a digital camera. So the
Oh,
black,
can you
black
explain it? Can you explain this, because I'm not very technical, and I think some
for
people in
sure.
the audience need a class. So yeah, drive me
Yeah.
through this.
Feel free. Today is your day. Uh,
Take notes, guys.
like the dynamic range, it's like when, by example, when you see black with a digital camera, with a film camera, it will be a shade of gray until the black. It's more
Okay.
subtle. So you
Hmm.
can have more shades, and
Okay,
it's not only black, white, and you don't have all the shades between all this
I got it.
extreme. You know,
Hmm.
more subtle and more delicate and more soft. And yeah, definitively, I love it.
Nice.
Love it.
Do you do consulting for photographers? Sounds like you're a good teacher.
Because now you know what is a dynamic range.
Exactly. I learned something. That was amazing. So what do you do when you consult with wannabe photographer, or even professionals who are already in business trying to get better? I've heard that you're giving classes one to one. So drive me through it. What do you provide?
Yeah, the thing is, I think as soon as I started, I loved sharing. I love to share. And
Mm-hmm.
I had the chance to meet amazing people when I started years ago, and who helped me actually. And they gave me lots of advices and everything, and it helped me a lot. And so I think it's just we have to help each other. And this is just my mindset to think then we can grow up together and we can help each other without being in a competition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just my way to think. So this is why now it's possible for me to share a lot and as much as I can with photographers, but not only, it's also with entrepreneurs and the specialty
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to try to upgrade your brand. I mean, I am not going to do a one-to-one with someone who just starts, because I think everybody has to make the mistakes and to try a bit. So if you just start, actually I cannot help you that much, even if I can give you like advices, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really like actually is it's when you have your brand like 3 years, 4 years and old, and you want to upgrade to the next level, like the budget, the weddings, the destination wedding. If you want to do something else and you don't know how to do it, I can help you. And I hope I can help you. I will try to help you. But I think, definitely it's so passionate, because it's like if you give someone all the lessons, all the, how to say, all the cards, and you see it like growing up step by step with you, understanding some things, concepts, and everything, and saying, "Oh God, you are so right. Let's do it. Let's try, and I'll call you back," and everything. And I love this. It's like a connection. We work together to grow up, and it's really, really interesting and grateful for me. Actually, when I see the people I help to go to the next step, it's so cool. I love it.
And in what way do you do this? Do you provide them advices, mentoring, but in what way, like graphic design or brand marketing? What do you do exactly for those interested?
Starts from only 1 day consulting to an entire rebranding. So I can do websites, I can do the logo, I can do all the communication strategy, all the marketing strategy. I can do a follow-up like for months. And it really depends on what you need, and of course the budget. And it's really, really interesting. Actually, I work now with dress designer in Paris, and it's so interesting to see step by step the things happening,
Okay.
and to see it like growing up, and step by step we are closer of the goal. And it's really cool. Love it.
Nice. Who is this vendor? Can we talk about this brand?
Yeah, of course, Christophe Alexandre Dauquin. It's
Christophe Alexandre. Yeah, we've been on the show before.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I am the one who shared the podcast on his Instagram.
Oh my God, this is a small world. That's crazy.
Sure.
Everybody knows each other.
Oh yeah, the marketing industry, the reading industry is really, really small, and it's really good because you can grow up really fast, and it's really bad too because you can go down very fast too.
And what advice would you give to someone wanting to pursue a career like yours?
Oh wow! Stop trying to have a personal life. It's just not gonna happen.
Why? Why is that? That's interesting. Because obviously when you're a guest or when you're a bride or a groom and you hire a photographer for your wedding, and this is the happiest day of your life and all your guests are happy and the photographer is just taking pictures, of course. It's difficult to hear what you just said because it doesn't of course, I'm in the industry. I know what it is to be behind the scenes, but I think it's interesting to go deeper on that. Why do you think that?
I think I realized after like 10 years now, then when your job is your passion, it's something you think about that all the time. And I traveled a lot, and so it takes time. And so it's just like step by step, you realize then you completely stop to have a social life. It's just something that happened to me like maybe 2-3 years ago. And I said like, stop. Because I gave everything, all my beautiful years, I gave everything to my couples, and I was really happy to do it. But I just realized that I get older, of course, and I didn't enjoy about my life, my friends, my family. I'm all focused on my business and my clients, and I want them to be happy, and I take care of them, and I always go like farther than what I should do. I'm just not only the photographer. I always give advices. I always try to help them. I am, more than just a photographer. So step by step, you realize, and it's like vicious, because you don't see it clearly. It's just like after years, suddenly you have something happen and you realize and you didn't care about you actually at all.
Of course.
So this is why I say just be ready about that, but it's not, try to keep in mind that you have to have your own life too. It's really important. This is maybe the first best advice advice I should say, sorry. But and work. And there is a big difference between the Insta life and the reality, definitively. And even if we have an amazing job, we love it and everything, you don't see the backstage. You don't see how many hours we spend on our computer editing the pictures, trying to do like networking, trying to meet new people and everything. It's a lot of work. And the shooting, actually, it's maybe 10% of the time. And you don't see it.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Definitely. I mean, I think it's the same for a lot of other vendors in the wedding industry. Everything looks very bright and colored from the outside, but once you go and try to put the work to network and know people and advertise yourself, you realize it's the same thing for everything. You just have to put a lot of work, a lot of hours, and sometimes the result doesn't come straight up. So I think it's a good thing that you just say that, because people have probably a vision of the wedding industry very, very, it is amazing. I mean, we're doing a great job, but it's also good to have a percentage of reality, like what you just said.
Yeah, completely. I think that is why it's another reason why it's interesting to talk with like old people. I mean, like old people in the industry, because you like look my face. You see the 10 last years on my face.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And no, but it's just amazing. And it's when it's a passion, yeah. When it's passion, it's the vicious side of the passion. Because you love it so much and you love your couple so much, then you give them everything, including you, including yourself and your time and your life and everything.
Find something that you love and let it kill you. So what they said.
Exactly. And try to stop before being killed. But yeah, and I think after 10 years, I slowly start now to have a good balance between my personal life and the business. And actually both are better because of that. Because I'm better in my job because I have my time for me too. So
like you're trying to be a dictator with your time, trying to make spaces for yourself and not to work. This is something difficult when you're one person business or an entrepreneur.
Yeah, but it's important. Actually, our body is our tool, actually.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we have to take care of us and the body and the mindset too. So
I think we have access to a lot. I think we're from the same generation. I think we have more access to a lot of information nowadays about health and nutrition and the importance of sleep and all these kind of details. Like in the 90s or the 80s, people didn't care that much, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's for me, it's a good thing that I'm born like now,
Yeah.
It's a good generation, because I would have been dead like 1 million times if I was in
Yeah. And how has your life been different than what you'd imagine now that you're deep into your career? Because 10 years is quite a long time in experience.
Honestly, it's better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In what way?
Because I think I didn't imagine myself as an entrepreneur when even 10 years ago. It's just like I had a really small studio in my town, really small village, and in my living room, actually. And I started like that. And so I absolutely didn't imagine that it was possible for me to live between like Monaco and Dubai. It's just crazy. I'm so thankful about that. It's just completely crazy. And I want to think then the future is going to be amazing. There is another step and another step and another step. And this is a kind of problem I have. I don't focus on what I have now. I always focus on what I want to have. You know?
It's
And
hard. It's hard. It's
takes a
a
moment.
constant job. I agree with you.
I don't take a moment to enjoy the fact that, oh my God, you should be so happy to be there today, you know, and
Of course. We all take it for granted. I know what it is.
yeah, all the time, always
Unsatisfied.
Thank you.
And what are your projects in the next year or so that you want to talk about?
Actually, I think the COVID changed everything. And for me, the challenge is now to restart everything and to try to build something. It should have been an amazing year, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it was so frustrated to have to like stop the project of my career. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, it was good. But we are not going to talk about that. It's bad vibes, and I don't want to talk about bad vibes.
Good.
But
Only good vibes.
yeah, only good vibes. And yeah, I think it's to try to go back to Dubai, like in November, and yeah, to try to continue and to try to have the amazing year I should have had 2020 in 2021, and to
Good.
continue in that direction. Yeah, and we'll see what's going to happen. This is what is really exciting. Actually, it's you have a plan, and things are going to go in another way, and you have to adjust all the time to adjust your boat, if I can say
Mm-hmm.
your boat. And yeah, that is the excited. It could be afraid, but it's really excited, actually.
Yeah, I think I really believe in this to adjust to things that you cannot control and try to modify or move or act on the things that you can control. Been reading a lot of stoicism during the COVID and the lockdown, and this philosophy. I'm not into philosophy at all, but this philosophy words resonated a lot due to the situation. I really like it, and I think you would like it too.
Yeah, definitely. This is my mantra. I don't know if you know this sentence. I don't know it exactly in English, but it's something like, Lord, give me the strength to change what I can change, to accept what I cannot change, and to know how to do the difference between both. And this is
Sounds very good, even in
yeah.
English.
Yeah, okay, great. So this is my mantra, definitively my way to live. And sometimes it's a bit strange because when a bad thing happens, all my friends are so like desperate and everything. And I'm always, okay, you cannot change anything. So just accept
Exactly.
and try to surf on the wave and let's go, you know? So I don't know if it's a good way, but it's just my way. So
I really like it. I agree. I'm one of them.
welcome.
So, one more thing before we go. Is there something that you want to offer to the audience today?
Yeah, actually, because we talked about the consulting part of my business, I would love to offer like 15 minutes consulting for free for the 10 first persons. So I would be more than happy to talk during like 15 minutes, talk about it. It could be about anything. Like, I mean, it could be photographers or vendors or entrepreneurs or anything. If you think I could help you, I would be more than happy to help you during 15 minutes.
Perfect. Yeah, and talk about their projects and their plans and connect with you to see if they can have future plans.
If it's just for some advices or to build the kind of strategy you can build in 15 minutes, but you know, to just
get to know each other.
Sometimes it's not about big thing. The best thing that I've learned came from people just telling me things I knew. Actually, it's just sometimes when you hear something from somebody else than you, it's just suddenly, of course, you are right. I should do that. So
sounds good, guys. 15 minutes consulting.
Woo.
Go to Maddy. And where can people find you online?
Website, Instagram, Facebook. I'm everywhere.
She's everywhere. Okay. So that's maddychristina.com. I will put all the profiles in the show notes for our listeners to check it out. And Maddy, thank you so much for taking the time to be with me today. And I don't know if I'm going to go to Dubai, but Monte Carlo is definitely in my reach.
Definitely, both are really different, but you have to try both. It's just amazing.
It's on my plans.
That's why I love it. Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk and to share. And it's always about sharing. So thank you for this show, actually, because it's always in the same mindset. We try to help. So it's really good vibes. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maddy. Thank you for being here. Without you guys, I will not be here because monologue episodes wouldn't go anywhere, I think.
Thank you.
So
again.
thanks so much and see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks again for listening to the show today. You can find more information on our guests in the show notes, as well as my contact and my website. If you have any questions regarding your French wedding, I'm happy to help. Also, please do not hesitate to leave a review for the show. There's also a link for that. That will literally take 1 minute of your precious time and will mean the world to me. I always appreciate your support. Thank you again very much for your time and feedback. Wishing you a great day or a great night anywhere you are in the world. I send you some good vibrations and we'll talk to you again soon for a new episode. Bye bye.